Hello all, this is Nandhini, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science at Dr. SNS Rajakshmi College of Arts and Science. Today we are going to discuss about tracking and sensor in AR. So let's we discuss. So the tracking technologies introduce the sensation of motion in the virtual and AR world, and it perform a variety of tasks. Once a tracking system is rightly chosen and correctly installed, it allows a person to move within a virtual and AR environment. It further allows us to interact with the people and objects within augmented environment. The selection of tracking technology depends on the sort of environment, the sort of data, and the availability of required budgets. For AR technology to meet any definition of an AR reality system, it must adhere to three main components. So the components are, the first one is it combines the virtual and the real content, and the second one is it is interactive in real time, and third one is it is registered in three dimensions. So there are the type of technologies used, two ways of registering the AR system in 3D. So there are registration phase and another one is tracking phase. So the registration phase means it determination of the position and the orientation of the viewer, the relatives to the real world anchor means that is called as an registration phase. And the tracking phase means upgrading of viewer's pose with respect to previously known pose. It is called as a tracking phase. So the registration phase, the another explanation is the position and orientation of the viewer and concerning some anchor in real world must be identified and determined for registering the virtual content in the real environment. This anchor of the real world may be the dead reckoning from the interior tracking and the defined location in space determined using GPS or a physical object such as paper, image marker, and magnetic tracker source. So here the tracking is sensor based tracking. So the sensor based tracking is classified into three types. So there are magnetic tracking technology, calibration, and no calibration, and the last one is registration. So magnetic tracking technology means, so this technology includes the tracking source and the two sensors, so the one sensor for the head and another sensor for the hand. So the tracking source create the electromagnetic field in which the sensors are placed, and the computer then calculates the orientation and position of the sensor, so which is based on the signal attenuation of the field, and this gives the effect of allowing a full 360 range of motion, so which is allowing us to look all the way around the 3D environment, and it allows us to move around the all three degrees of freedom, and the hand tracker has some control button and that allows the user to navigate along the environment. And the second type is calibration. It is depending on the app's goal and functionality. So the AR calibration may involve one or more means you have to following the user actions. There are scanning, absolute positioning, and relative positioning. So scanning means scan the rough or textured surface such as floor or wall, and absolute position means the user has to position the device in a certain location, such as laying it to a wall or go to a specific landmark in the city. And the third one is relative positioning. So the user must have the device in a fixed position on the ground and then get a certain distance from the camera or any device, so which can be fully or partially visible in the camera view. And no calibration means The AR can be used right away and require only appropriate lighting. It's called as a no calibration. And the last one is registration. So it is the process which blends of virtual objects and it generated by computer with real world image, so which is caught by cameras. So first of all, it confirms the position between virtual objects and observer, and the projects the virtual objects into the virtual field of the observer through projection transformation. So these are the tracking and sensor in AR. So this is the assessment and these are the reference. Thank you.